All right, what do we got today?
The Book of Mormon. In the Book of Mormon.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
All right. And now I, Mormon, make a record of the things which I have both seen and heard, and I call it the Book of Mormon. And about the time that Amram hid up the records unto the Lord, he came unto me, I being about 10 years of age, and I began to be learned somewhat after the manner of learning of my people. And Amram said unto me, I perceive that thou art a sober child, and art quick to observe.
Therefore, when ye are about 24 years old, I would that ye should remember the things that ye have observed concerning this people. And when ye are of the age to go to the land Antrim, unto a hill which that shall be called Shim, and there have I deposited unto the Lord all the sacred engravings concerning this people. And behold, ye shall take the plates of Nephi unto yourself, and the remainder shall ye leave in the place where they are, and ye shall engrave on the plates of Nephi all the things that ye have observed concerning this people. So who told him to do that?
I think it was Amram, right? Because Amram said unto me, I perceive you're a sober child. And when you're 24, I want you to do this. Right?
Okay, so that's how you got them.
And I, Mormon, being a descendant of Nephi, and my father's name was Mormon, I remember the things which Amram commanded me. And it came to pass that I, being 11 years old, was carried by my father into the land southward, even to the land of Zarahemla.
The whole face of the land had become covered with buildings, and the people were as numerous almost as if it were the sand of the sea. And it came to pass that this year there began to be a war between the Nephites, who consisted of the Nephites and the Jacobites and the Josephites and the Zoramites. And this war was between the Nephites and the Lamanites and the Lemuelites and the Ishmaelites.
Now the Lamanites and the Lemuelites and the Ishmaelites were called Lamanites, and the two parties were Nephites and Lamanites. And it came to pass that the war began to be among them in the borders of Zarahemla by the waters of Sidon.
It just makes me feel like, did they not learn anything? And it came to pass that the Nephites had gathered together a great number of men, even to exceed the number of 30,000. And it came to pass that they did have this same year a number of battles, in which the Nephites did beat the Lamanites, who did slay many of them. And it came to pass that the Nephites withdrew their design, and there was peace settled in the land, and peace did remain for the space of about 4 years, and there was no bloodshed.
But wickedness did prevail upon the face of the whole land, insomuch as the Lord did take away his beloved disciples, and the work of miracles and of healing did cease because of the iniquity of people. And there were no gifts from the Lord, and the Holy Ghost did not come upon any because of the wickedness and unbelief.
And I, being 15 years of age, and being somewhat of a sober mind, therefore I was visited of the Lord, and tasted and knew of the goodness of Jesus. And I did endeavour to preach unto this people, but my mouth was shut, and I was forbidden that I should preach unto them. For behold, they had wilfully rebelled against their God, and the beloved disciples were taken away out of the land because of their iniquity. Man.
But I did preach among them, but I was forbidden to preach unto them because of the hardness of their hearts. And because of the hardness of their hearts, the land was cursed for their sake. And these Gadianton robbers, who were among the Lamanites, did infest the land, insomuch that the inhabitants thereof began to hide upon their treasures in the earth, and became slippery, because the Lord had cursed the land, and they could not hold them, nor retain them again.
And it came to pass that there were sorceries and witchcrafts and magics, and the power of the evil one was wrought upon the face of the land, even unto the fulfilling of all the words of Abinadi and also Samuel the Lamanite.
So they just basically didn't learn anything, huh?
They did not.
They wanted to do their own thing.
Thing is, like, they were prophesied by Abinadi and Samuel the Lamanite that Christ was to come, and even after they've seen him, they'll turn wicked. And they were just like, if we see it, we'll never turn wicked. Just makes you feel like, what have you learned through miracles in your past that you're not listening to now?
I think of many times when I was like, Lord, if you could just give me this one thing, I'll do all these things. And then I do them for about a minute, and that's it after he gives it to me. That's what happens.
It's so easy to just forget, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then we have a prophet now that's preaching to us. Like, what has he said to us recently? Go to the temple, increase your temple attendance. Years ago it was like food preparation, storage. Same to our kids, like all the survival, be prepared stuff. Maybe that was for COVID. That doesn't seem to be what they're talking about anymore.
It's more temple stuff now.
Yeah, it's more prepared for the second coming, for Jesus coming again.
Yeah.
It's being prepared. I think the time has passed to make those preparations. It's like now, isn't it?
Definitely. Right now.
Right now.
All right. What are we going to do tomorrow? Mormon 2?
Mormon 2 tomorrow.
See you guys then. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you tomorrow for
Scripture Club. If you have anything you want to say, any comments about things that you have tried to do but failed, or things that you keep getting witnesses to do but can never manage to do them, would be interested to hear. We're all imperfect beings on a journey. Share with us.